Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to talk about something that I think is maybe underutilized or at least not thought about enough in the programming process or the training process with us powerlifters. And that's the idea of building momentum in your training. And this is something that Mike Tushir of RTS has talked about extensively, and it's really a fairly intangible aspect with training, right? Because like in the physics realm, momentum is essentially the force that is needed to stop an object from moving, right? It's the force of an object's mass and velocity. But when we're talking about momentum in training, I kind of picture like a snowball rolling down a hill. And as that snowball rolls down a hill, it's picking up more snow and getting larger and larger, and it's harder to stop that object because of its momentum. The same thing applies to your training in that if you can string together several weeks of solid training and feeling good and executing on your plan, then you are more likely to continue that solid training into the future, right? Whereas if you have a string of poor training sessions, right, you're kind of doing the opposite. You're killing your momentum. It can be harder to get those rolling again because you start to get, aches and pains, and it's all between the ears here as far as like feeling good about training. And I just wanted to bring up I had someone mention a couple weeks ago that my RDLs with snatch grip RDLs were way too light and I needed to do more weight because in their opinion the amount of weight I was doing was way too easy. Well, that's great, but if you push it too heavy too early, right, where are you going to go from there? And that's this idea of momentum. If you start lighter, you can move that weight fast and it builds this confidence into the next week for you to move the next week fast, and then the next week and the next week. And because of that, mental confidence along with physical adaptation, in my opinion and experience, progress is just going to be better that way. And there's a reason I put this over my bench training as of late. I feel like I'm finally building momentum. Over the past year, I've been dealing with, I dealt with a shoulder injury last year, and it was a mental block, and it led into nationals where I wasn't super confident in my shoulder still with heavy weights. And then I got this leg infection, and all of that is like negative momentum that's been working against my bench. And finally, we started very light, right? I was benching under 300 pounds to start this block, but at this point I finally crossed this 400 pound threshold, and here I had 410 for my 5x3, and you'll see we're moving it with authority. But that has come over weeks and weeks and weeks of training and almost a year since that injury to my shoulder. So I just wanted to share with you all, this intangible thing that we can call momentum in training, but I really do think it's an important thing, and almost more important or just as important as actual principles and progressive overload in your training and applying those. So, take that school of thought, apply it if you can. Let me know what you think about building momentum in your training. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, happy lifting.